Hello, I'm Jerry Bonato, and the sound of motorcycles chases me all through my life. Rev it up. You ever been up here? You know, I'm standing under the famed tree turn, racing all week long. I've been in about 5 states in 12 days. Came up here for a day trip, took my Honda Passport, cruised up with my buddy Queen, hanging out. 250s are going up. They race all week long. Every day it's a different premier race. Sunday, the big day, 250 pros are going to be going off right over there at about 3:30. See how it gets quiet? It's pine trees, mountain biking, sun, snow, fun. No snowboarding now because it's the middle of the summer, but it's nice. Also, the Richard Petty driving experience. Supercross riders went and rode around in cars really fast. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And Leanne Tweed, my personal friend, she's beautiful. Kick butt on Davey Coons and Roger DaCosta. Check it out.
MW2's Rev It Up is brought to you by Honda Motorcycles, the leader in on- and off-road fun. Honda, come ride with us. And by Suzuki. Right now, your Suzuki dealer has the ride you've been waiting for and the financing to get it.
Ty, I was looking down the line for all the pros. Where are they? You're the off-road rider that races motocross. I don't see any pros.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. There's a few here, but God, I hope this off-road guy don't kick their butts, huh?
I think it's funny. You were here yesterday. It isn't funny that your bike sees you riding the 125s, came down the big hill, when all of a sudden, grenade.
Yeah, you know, luck hasn't been going my way. I've had better days, but it was running really good, and I felt really good, and I was catching those guys, and drilling was going, and had the brakes. You know, what can I say?
There's got to be something really cool about the track at Mammoth to bring you up here to go race, and tell me about it.
Oh, the Mammoth crew, man, is awesome. Yeah, the track's really well prepped. They water it. They do a great job of flagging and starting. Everything runs on time. You can't, you know, it's the sunny weather. You can't get anything better than this.
Well, it's time to go to work. It's early in the morning, I think. Isn't it funny? This is like the longest landscaping ritual. Everybody just packs all the way up the hill and around the corner.
Yeah, you know, it's like this is the only place they let you to pack in the front of the gate, so it's pretty neat. You get a lot of people out there doing the big dance, I guess you'd call it.
Okay, that 125 thing, that's all behind us.
Yeah,
it's 250s. It's 250. First pro race qualifier, Ty Davis displayed a textbook pole shot up the middle of the first turn. Davis, who had rotten luck in all 3 of the other classes he raced in, was out for blood. After a few laps, it would be Davis, Angelo Ingrandi, Doug Parsons, and Casey Lytle. Ty would extend his lead, while Casey Lytle would work his way into second. By race's end, it would be Team Green's Ty Davis, followed by Lytle, Ingrandi, and Nick Way. A guy like you coming out here and racing against these guys throws a twist into it for them. Oh, that off-road guy here, who I might add is pretty fast, is here.
Yeah, I love coming here and spanking those guys, you know. They think they're really fast, and you know, I haven't really raced motocross in the last couple of years, and for me to come out and beat them and put pressure on them, that's awesome for me. I love it.
And as an off-road enthusiast myself, I'm going to say right now, you know it's funny, Ty? You don't see any of them guys coming out and racing off-road.
Yeah.
It's a thought to ponder.
Yeah, I know. They're not real men yet, I guess.
Cut! One of the coolest things about Mammoth is this stuff. I call it loam. Dougie didn't know what it was. That's because they've been watering it. Sure, it's hot around here, and it'd be dry if they weren't meticulously grooming the track. This stuff is so nice to ride in. A lot of good-sized rocks, though. You don't want to catch one of these in the chest. On that gnarly uphill right next to us. Whew, how'd that feel? Loam, traction, brand new tire, happy, wheelie, fun. And Mike Webb, once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't cry, is hurt, just like the famous Webb brothers always are. Limping. Look at him, smiling. He's limping. He can't even stand up. He's leaning on something. He's not riding. He could be pulling chicks right now. But no. Hang your head in shame.
Well, Mike likes to ride without a boot lately.
Hello, this is Mr. Stegler speaking. Straight out of Japan, a helmet painter. Yeah, it's great place. Mammoth Motocross. Tanashin Derokai, Mammoth.
当然もちろん。
I asked him if he was enjoying Mammoth. What did you say back?
いやー、ちょっと英語わかんないけどごめんなさい。I can't speak English.
And this is his beautiful model. Spin around, show the helmet. Tell me how come you punks aren't racing?
Because I wrecked my motorcycle doing a backflip.
You were trying to backflip on your bike. What do you ride?
A Yamaha 125.
Okay, explain it in detail. What happened?
Well, I was going off this big jump, and I mean, like, I tried to do a backflip, but I couldn't get it all the way over, and I just fell on my back. Oh, and I almost broke my neck.
You tweaked like upstairs on the top?
Yeah,
What does your mom think of all that?
I don't know. Well, my mom kicked me out after that.
You know what my mom thinks?
What?
She thinks we're both nuts.
Cool.
What do you think?
I think he's a psycho for trying that.
Do you think he's ever going to be able to pull some chicks?
No, he's a loser.
Full way.
Welcome to Mammoth Lakes. Stick around for some more Rev It Up. Let's go.
So what do guys like Jeremy McGrath, Steve Lamson, Jimmy Button, and even Leanne Tweeden do on their day off? Well, they take the Richard Petty driving school. They all got hooked up in Las Vegas, went out, got some instruction, were told what to do, what not to do, the rules, and what not. After a few practice runs, some of the top speeds are around 143 miles an hour.
Okay, NASCAR. What do you think? That was a blast. I was always watching on TV, and you know, it kind of looks pretty easy, but you know, those guys have a handful there. I don't know how fast we're going, but it felt pretty fast. But it seemed like the faster we went, the better the cars handled. And when you get on, you step on the gas, those things take off.
I did the Richard Petty driving experience in Orlando, and I mean, they're totally different. Orlando's a little more flat. This one's a little more banked and a little bit bigger.
That was fun, man.
Tell us about it, Steve.
It's different riding the bike, I'll tell you that. That was good. I tell you, the G-force going around the corners, you don't realize how good the dang car handles until you really get on it around the steer into those corners. I'll tell you what, a lot of fun.
Any hope of a race car career after motorcycling?
It would be fun, I know that. I mean, after I get done racing, of course, but you never know. It's pretty hard to get into, and but I'd sure love to do it, though, if the opportunity came around. I know that.
How do motorcycle racers stack up?
Actually, they do very, very well because they're used to the speeds and they're not afraid, and half of it's mental anyway, so they're not afraid to push that pedal.
After a few practice runs, some of the top speeds are around 143 miles an hour. Rumor has it that Leanne even beat Roger DeCosta and Davey Coombs during the driving experience in Orlando, Florida. That's got to make her feel good. It was a great day for all, and we just had a lot of fun. It's too bad Jerry himself didn't get to go. Hint, hint. Hi Casey, how you doing?
Fine. How are you, Jerry?
Did you have fun yesterday in your racing?
I had lots of fun, Jerry.
Good battle with Lammy, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We were riding real aggressive, and I didn't get the greatest start. I started off like 10th, but I worked up pretty quick. And after I got in the lead, he was all over me, and you know, we were back and forth. And I got real tight with him. You know, I haven't really ever ridden with Lammy before, and he's really fast, and it was just a good opportunity to be riding with him.
This would be considered a weekend off for most factory riders and stuff, yet still you're up here racing. How come?
Well, I like Mammoth. It's like my favorite track. You know, it's a good vacation time to come up here like a week before, ride the track, do a little training, mess around a little bit. Just, you know, overall, it's just like a little relaxing weekend.
Tell me about the packing procedure, the longest landscaping drill.
It's good. You got to be good at it here at motocross.
I could probably go into landscaping after I'm done here since doing all the packing this weekend.
This is one of the places that they don't let you, one of the few places they do let you pack in front of the starting gate.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, you know, we can pack our gate, get it all prepped perfectly, and hopefully get the jump to the first turn.
Lance Smale, big #1 plate in the 4-stroke division, but you know, I saw you riding a 98 KTM 125 yesterday. You're going to ride a 250 today. You're all about motocross.
Give me a bike, I'll ride it, anything. It could be an enduro, I'll ride it.
Do you editors have the shot of him busting his kneecap at the Houston Supercross? Do you think they do?
I don't know, maybe. I know I was laying there when they were lapping me, though, so they've got something.
You know they got it, and it's not out of view of the MotoWorld 2 cameras.
You guys are everywhere. How can you get out of the view?
Just when you thought it was safe to make ESPN2 television coverage memorable, the cameraman has fallen underneath the front wheels of the luxurious Passport. Douglas, anything to say? Ah!
Rev it up. Brought to you in part by Honda Passport, the official 4-wheel drive vehicle of MW2's Rev It Up.
The second wave of the 250 pros lined up to do battle on the well-groomed Mammoth track, which everybody was loving all week long. After the famed Mammoth downhill, there was a huge pileup leaving Casey Johnson and several other riders down, but not out. Stefan Roncada had taken the lead by the second lap and was blazing. Settling in behind him was Spud Walters and Rich Taylor, both now on Suzuki's. 4-stroke #1 rider Lance Smale started 14th, but was on the gas and moving towards the front. Roncada had completely checked out. Smale goes to second with a late race pass on Spud Walters, who finished third. What drives Casey Johnson to go from a dead last, about third turn crash, to finish 5th in the 250 second division?
Well, I don't want to ride a last chance qualifier, that's for sure. I mean, you don't get to get a bad pick on the gate, and I don't want to get a bad pick because I want to get a good pick so I can kick everybody's ass.
Plus, you don't want to lose.
I don't want to lose. I'm pissed off right now. I owe, no, I'm not saying that, but I mean, I'm real mad. I want to win, and come from behind, all I was thinking about is just how I'm going to feel when I'm in the main.
I never interviewed you before, have I?
What?
I've never interviewed you before, have I?
I never seen you before, also.
Did you ever see me on TV?
Maybe, I don't remember.
I work for ESPN2, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Let's meet now, Jerry Bernardo.
Hi, nice to meet you, Jerry.
And your name is?
Stefan Roncada.
Which I already knew that. Hey, great race out there. You had a big lead.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good. I did a good start, and I was in the lead pretty fast, and I was feeling good. I like the 250, I like riding with it, so... and the race wasn't too long, so I didn't get to Tyrrell. I just ride the track, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun.
Is this your first time racing Mammoth?
Yeah, this is my first time racing here, and I saw the 250. It was my first race ever.
Excuse me, Doug, Lance, how'd you do it? You went from about 14th to 2nd.
I just kept upshifting, riding the outsides, and KTM pulled me up front.
See, we were talking, you were out there packing down the dirt. Obviously, it worked out.
Worked pretty good. I got a little banged around the first turn and first few laps, but once I sorted things out, I started to put some time on them.
I think the story would have to be is you jumping around on bikes now. You're doing not really the Ty Davis thing with the off-road, but you're jumping around from bike to bike. Is it tough?
Not really, you know. All the KTMs, you know, feel similar, so it's fairly easy just to jump back and forth, and we're doing all our 98 pre-production stuff this week, so it's been real fun.
You know, everybody has a problem now and then, and we've got a truck here to help them out if we can. Along with that, the contingency programs at Mammoth, we've got a large, giant contingency program, and at all major events, Suzuki has a contingency program. It's 4.3 mil. You know, that's a lot of money, man.
So you don't have to be a pro to come and get a paycheck racing?
No, it's all amateurs. Amateurs and pros get contingency, which is a certificate from American Suzuki, and then the pros will get a check from American Suzuki. So it works out really well for our dealers as well. And along with that, we've got our good scholar programs, $500, man, to a guy that, you know, buys a brand new Suzuki and goes to school, gets a 3.0 average. You know, that's something.
On this week's Inside Line, we're going to recap the Outdoor Nationals, starting with the 125. Rookie Ricky Carmichael's dominance started in Gainesville on a track he's very comfortable with.
Charging through the pack with defending champion Steve Lamson to finish a close second gave him the confidence he needed to start the season. His second moto wire-to-wire win was the beginning of a streak. 5 motos in a row and 3 overalls established him as the kid to beat. The early success of Carmichael put the pressure on the favorites, Lamson and Windham. But after the first round, Lamson suffered a thumb injury at the Honda test track and then re-injured it at the second round in Hangtown, shattering any hopes of another title. That left Windham as RC's biggest threat. But at Hangtown, ignition problems and a smashed pipe while leading Moto 1 at Glen Helen left the newly crowned 125 West Coast Supercross champion wondering what would happen next. Heading into Mount Morris, Carmichael was way out in front in the points chase, but heavy rain turned the track into a quagmire, and at the start of both motos, Ricky went down. Honda's Scott Sheik swept both motos and moved to within 2 points of Carmichael. In the absence of Lamson, things were looking a little better for Honda. Kevin Windham didn't have the best day, but managed to gain 12 points on Carmichael. At Budds Creek, things were looking even better for Windham as he was pulling away in Moto 1. But disaster struck again. A broken chain forced him out of the race as RC regained his form, winning the moto. The look on Windham's face says it all. Any more bad luck and he was going to explode. Windham wasn't the only rider to have problems. Sheik, who was a contender in Moto 1, seized and crashed in Moto 2. RC swept Budds Creek and once again enjoyed a huge points lead. Southwick saw Robbie Raynard become the only rider this year to pass Carmichael while leading to grab his first win of the season, but it was Carmichael coming right back in Moto 2 for the overall. After a mediocre performance at Southwick, Kevin Windham was looking for anything to get back on track. He repaired the chain on his crucifix, a good luck charm he rode with at the end of last season given to him by a fan, and it worked as he picked up his first win of the year. Another crash by Sheik dropped him even further out of contention. Unadilla suited Windham's style as he fought off early charges from Carmichael for his first sweep of the season. Once down by as many as 85 points, he shaved it to only 69. Should Carmichael experience any of the luck that Windham has, this could be a race to the finish. In the 250 class, Emig picked up where he left off last year. The Emig-McGrath rematch turned into an Emig runaway at round 1. Just like Carmichael, Emig rolled through the first 3 rounds, winning 5 out of the 6 motos. The highlight of the season so far was Bradshaw's win in the mud at Mount Morris. His first win since retirement, also the site of his return to racing from retirement. Mount Morris has been good to Damon Bradshaw over the years, and he's now tied Rick Johnson's record of wins at Mount Morris at 4. Doug Henry's decision to ride Yamaha's radical new 4-stroke in the outdoors was proving worthwhile. After winning the final round at the Las Vegas Supercross, making history, Doug was starting to feel more and more comfortable on the bike. But at Budds Creek, the site of Doug's horrendous crash in '95, Doug crashed again, this time breaking both wrists. John Dowd made a statement with a sweep at his hometown in Southwick and dedicated the race to his teammate, Doug Henry. With McGrath struggling, Knack Knack Enterprises was looking for the combination that carried him to 6 national championships. Skip Norfolk got the call, and after working out the details with Wyatt Seals, the Skip Norfolk-Jeremy McGrath combo made its debut at Redbud. Close, but no cigar. Jeremy tossed his goggles in Moto 1 and fell in Moto 2, while John Dowd picked up the overall, making 2 in a row. Unadilla saw the best racing of the year between John Dowd and Jeff Emig. Dowd taking the lead away from Emig several times in the first moto, but a small crash in the final lap gave Emig the win. The second moto, Emig grabbed a hole shot, but a hard-charging John Dowd challenged him all the way to the final turn. Finishing a bike length apart, Emig grabbed the sweep. Jeremy McGrath dropped even further off the pace in Unadilla, having a terrible day, finishing 9th and 8th. World champion Stefan Everts took advantage of a break in the GP schedule to race the Americans on the European-style track. But crashes in Moto 1 and in Moto 2 kept him from battling with Emig and Dowd, finishing a disappointing 4th overall. If John Dowd continues to ride the way he's ridden in the last 3 rounds, it won't be a cakewalk for Jeff Emig. For this week's Inside Line, I'm David Bailey.
MW2's Rev It Up is brought to you by Honda Motorcycles, the leader in on- and off-road fun. Honda, come ride with us. And by Suzuki. Right now, your Suzuki dealer has the ride you've been waiting for and the financing to get it.
Once again, traveling the planet Earth to bring you the finest in motorsports entertainment, Jerry B and Rev It Up. 30th Annual Mammoth Mountain Motocross 250 Pro Division. Ty Davis, Roncada, Johnson, Casey Lytle, Lance Smale, all going right here, right now behind me. Mammoth Mountain. 125 rider Stefan Roncada pulled a fat hole shot in the 250 main. This was his first time he'd ever raced at Mammoth, and he seemed that he was going to run away with it. After lap 1, it was a Roncada, Lytle, Walters, and Smale. But what of Casey Johnson and Ty Davis? By lap 3, Casey was in 3rd, and Ty had worked his way up to 6th. It wasn't long after Smale had moved to 2nd that Casey Johnson stole that spot, with Lytle slowly moving backwards. Smale moved to within striking distance on Roncada, with Johnson hot on his tail. With 10 minutes to go, Casey Johnson had railed his way past Smale and gave no signs of slowing. He passed the Frenchman before the start straightaway and held on to take the win, $3,000 richer. They always save the best for last, the coveted 250 class on Sunday. That was a smoking race.
Yeah, it was real good. I didn't get the best start I wanted, but I could slowly close in on those guys, and for a while there, it was a really good race. It was 1, 2, 3, and you know, I've been taking some Vitonix, and it helped me out so much. I didn't get arm pump or nothing. I didn't get tired. So strong for the whole race.
Let's go back to your little crash. Little chicken scratch ain't going to stop Casey Johnson.
No, in the qualifier, I got ran over a couple times and started dead last. Worked my way up, and it seems like I've been working my way up all week, you know, from bad starts and stuff. But, you know, what I won, and that's what counts.
Then we move up to the Rev It Up interview with Jerry, and you told me that's my money.
That's my money. I want, you know, pay me.
How's it going?
Very good.
That was a tough race, huh?
It was very good. I mean, it was a great fight with Casey. It was really a good fight, and I'm very happy to finish the race like this. I wasn't so tired. My first race in 250, I'm very, very happy now.
When he got by you, did you think it's gone, or were you trying to still reel him in?
No, I tried to follow his line because he had very good lines, and I could follow him a little bit all the rest by following his line.
Was the track pretty rough near the end?
Oh yeah, the track is very, very rough. All the track is rough down here and corners and everything. It was very hard to hold the 250 on this.
We have good fun in the United States, don't we?
Oh yeah, very good. That's right.
Representing Pigeon Chest from Seattle, Lance Smale.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, you got 3rd. That was a good showing, jumping off the huge 4-stroke, coming out here racing with the 2-stroke boys.
It was good. I fell a little short there at the end. I don't know. Those guys had a pretty fast pace, and I let them kind of zap me, but I'm happy with 3rd.
No, you were running strong. I mean, we're watching. You didn't. They got away from you, but it stayed the same. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I definitely charged clear to the finish. I knew I had to. I knew that at any time maybe one of those guys could go down, I could fall into their place. So I'm happy.